Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in to the weekend wrap up. This is a Juicebox Heroes podcast. I'm one of your hosts, PK, as always. Fan club, the Dubon fan club president, Mr. Chris Moreno, Sweet
Just
B,
the fan club.
Bones, Mr. Bryles. Fellas, how's y'all weekend?
Man, it's been pretty good. Went to the Cosmic Chili Peppers game last night. It was a hell of a lot more exciting than this Astros offense has been, with the exception of last night. But I have a feeling that we're going to get into that. Yeah, man, that's all I got. How were you guys this weekend?
Good, man. It was a good weekend. I was lucky enough to get to go to the game last night for the epic pitching matchup, and even got some free baseball at the end of it, which I know we're going to jump into. But it was a packed house, man. And everybody was rowdy. Obviously, this being a Rangers series, everybody was fired up. And anyway, not to give a spoiler alert out here, but the game turned out pretty okay. So anyway, just happy I got to do that. And that was about it, man. PK, how about you, buddy?
For the most part, pretty uneventful. A lot better than what was going on at Dyken Park over the weekend. So yeah, look, we talked about it in our group chat. I think I posted it several times on X. This All-Star break cannot come at a better time, for our Astros. We all know the injuries. We all know the lineups they've been putting out, the lineups they have to put out because of injuries. We can start with today. We can kind of work our way backwards since it was the most recent game, obviously. So we're going into this game, rubber match, trying to take the series. You got Hunter Brown, on the hill. I think if you asked any Astros player or any Astros fan and player for that matter, with Hunter Brown on the hill, like going into the game, to win a series, I think you're taking those odds every single time. I know we did. Just wasn't the case. They got on him kind of early. He still went 6 innings. Let's see, what was his final? His final line was 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned, 8 Ks, 2 walks, and a home run. K wise, we'll take the Ks. It just, he went. I think he had 78 pitches through 4 innings. We know we've watched basically every game. You get that high of a pitch count, you're trying to get through 5 just to kind of save some of the bullpen. Now, in this case, as far as saving the bullpen, you have the break. But disappointing over the weekend, man. I can say that. Very disappointing. So, guys, what were your takes from today's game? And then we'll start working our way backwards Saturday and Friday.
Man, like I'm kind of at the point where it's just like, again, this is going to sound very like bandwagony, but it's like, I know this lineup is dog shit pretty much. So it's like, am I excited for the game? Yeah, man, I'm excited to watch the game, listen to the game. Put it this way. Instead of watch the game, I listened to it when I was cutting the yard. And it's just one of those things, like it's been a really rough last week.
Mm-hmm.
Because you ride the momentum again from the Dodger series. You get, then you kind of look at the lineup that we're throwing out there, and it's just kind of like you kind of have to like kind of grind your teeth and just be like, listen, let's just get through these 6 games. Whatever happens, happens, and just look forward to, hopefully, fingers crossed, people are going to come back to help out the team. But like today, man, today was just one of those games where it's just like, whatever. The offense, again, was exactly, if you had money on the Astros were going to do shit offensively, you would have won money today because they didn't do shit offensively again. So Brown, like, I don't know if he's going into the games, where he's feeling like I have to be perfect or I'm not going to win. But let's be real. He hasn't looked good in his last 3 starts. And I've actually have the numbers from his last 3 starts. His last 3 starts, he's 1-1, 17 innings pitched, 12 earned runs to a tune of a 6.35 ERA.
Yeah.
That's his last 3 starts. That's not, hey, he's had a bad month. Now, granted, last 3 starts, but I don't know if he needs to rest more than anybody, but it's just, man, like, I just think these pitchers are going in feeling like they have to be perfect, and they're overdoing it. Like I said, offensively, you had a Zach Short home run. Cool story. And that was pretty much it.
That was legitimately it.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, if we're going to take it a game at a time, I'll go ahead and hand it over because, I mean, I've got enough stuff. I want to go over the entire series, but I'll hand it over to Browse.
Chris, you said the magic word, man, and that magic word is rest. After looking at Hunter Brown over his last few starts, the one thing that he looks is exhausted. And if you notice, like, go back and look at how he was pitching in probably the first like 5 starts of the season compared to at least his last 2 is where I noticed it. But like his arm slot when he's coming off doesn't look quite the same. He's not pitching, it looks like, with the same intensity that he has. And I think he's just burnt out, man. So you're right. This all-star like break we've got coming up right now could not come at a better time for Hunter Brown. And I really hope that, he's able to get some R&R. I'm sure if anybody's got a trip this week planned to like Cozumel, Cancun, or, Turks and Caicos, you're probably going to run into a few like MLB, not all stars, but definitely some players trying to get some rest. And I'm hoping Hunter Brown's one of those, man, because he looked a little rough. Let's just put it that way. So, and then, as far as like the lineups that we've been rolling out there now, it's been out of necessity. Unfortunately, we've got so many people hurt that, we have the Zach Shorts and the, Trammels out there playing, and it looked really good in Los Angeles. Those guys were able to put everything together, but they were playing over their skis. And now, like that, they came back, especially for the Cleveland series, and then again now for the Rangers series, they kind of came back down to earth and started playing who those actual players are. Now, I'm not saying that these are not good guys overall. Don't get me wrong with that. But they're not the level of players that we have. They're not the Jeremy Peñas. They're not the Jake Myers. These guys we had. And I can't believe I'm saying Jake Myers for how much we clowned on him last year. But that dude has been absolutely solid this entire season. And it shows when he is not in the lineup, we're just getting pummeled. And not pummeled by good teams either. Cleveland is not a good team. The Rangers are not a good team. And, we just went out and between those 2 series won 1 game. So that's not only embarrassing, but it shows how much these guys that, as Astros fans, we may or may not consider to be great. But when they are gone, all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, we really need these guys back on the lineup or on the roster and in the lineup as soon as humanly possible. So that was my big takeaway from today. I mean, we lost 5-1. Like we said, Hunter didn't look good. Zach Short home run, and a bunch of filler innings somewhere in the middle. And I'm pretty sure we used 5 pitchers today. So that just shows you how much we had a problem.
Yeah, he used Neris. I know he used PK's favorite reliever, Caleb Ort.
I can't stand that dude.
The only note that I have for Caleb Ort is he needs to go bye-bye. That's it. I mean, like.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if he just like hit lightning in a bottle last season and had everything come together, but he has not looked good this season. I mean, I don't know. What you got, PK?
No, I think it started right from the first inning, bottom of the first with the Astros, as far as kind of, what was going to happen, where you had Paredes, who you thought would hit a bomb to lead off the inning. It's off the top of the wall, double, so it gets a double. Then I think Cam Smith drew a walk, runners first and second. Altuve gets up there, 2 hopper to third, double play. Next bat, Christian Walker. I mean, good God Almighty, innings over, right? And so from then on, it's just you really couldn't do much. I mean, you had 6 hits, scored 1 on the Zach Short, kind of a meaningless bomb, late in the game or 6th inning. Just not a good offensive output. I mean, once you get past, if you look at it, it's Paredes, Smith, Altuve, and Caratini. Those are your 4 guys that like you can really like count on in this lineup that are doing the work. I mean, we all seeing firsthand what Walker is doing and the struggles that. I know he had a sac fly on Saturday to tie the game. I get it. I'm not saying he completely sucks, right? But like he's
just so streaky, man.
It's insane. It's struggle bus for old Walker. Cooper Hummel, like like you wouldn't be up here unless someone was hurt, and that's why you're up here, right?
Yeah, I mean,
The other thing, in it, we talk about this every time we call up a prospect. Okay, so we're gonna move to Saturday now. Bryce Matthews makes his debut, right? Struggles at the plate. I think his last 2 or 3 at bats, he got, some good contact, hit a couple liners out to left field. Does not play today. Does not play at all, right? And we do this every time. I'm about to say the same shit we say every time. If you're going to bring these guys up, why play them for one game and then sit them down? Like now he's on, so he plays one game, he sits today, and now he's on a break, all-star break. That makes no sense. If you bring him up, play him. So let's go into Saturday's game. Bryles was there. He was buying beers at the Ultra Bar. Did anybody take you up on that? I think I put that in X.
Thanks. Appreciate that. No, nobody came out and found me, but I was at the Ultra Bar.
But you had the DeGrom Fromber matchup. It was a game of the week. It turned into a pretty damn good game. You're up 2-0 going into the top of the 8th. They get one. Hader, just a quick summary, and then we'll get into the details. Hader, loses his perfect save opportunity there in the 9th. Higashioka takes some yard. The thing that bugged me about the Higashioka home run was on the broadcast, they talked about how much Higashioka annihilated the ball, right? And the thing was that it went like 2 rows up. Like 2 rows up other than the Crawford box. Now,
I didn't hear that, obviously.
The Simeon home run, that was a bomb. I mean, he had that thing to the tracks. So Higashioka didn't annihilate it. It sucks the Hader gave up, the save opportunity, blew the save. We didn't see him in the 10th. So that, hey, look, we're trending in the right direction of not having Hader go out for 2 consecutive innings. So let's kind of unpack Saturday. Bryles, what do you have? What were your takeaways from Saturday's game since you were there firsthand?
I'll say the first part was that the starting pitching lineups were just phenomenal. Like DeGrom, my God, he looked untouchable for the majority of the game. I am shocked with the way that he was pitching and the lineup that we ran out there, that we were actually able to not just, scratch a couple across the plate, but at the same time, eventually end up winning. But the only reason we ended up winning is because we got into the Rangers bullpen. If DeGrom would have pitched that entire game, which I know that would have been, impossible since we're not in like the 70s. Anyway, long story short, then I don't know if we would have won that game at all. But DeGrom looked great. Fromber, same thing. He was the Fromber that we've been talking about this entire season. He looks really good when he settles in. However, he still had traffic on the bases, man. He's gonna give you a heart attack if you're like planning on him or counting on him to be the guy that's going to go in there, win the game for you, and do all that stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. He's going to do it. He's going to be the Fromber that we all need him to be, but it's not going to be fun watching him do it because your heart rate is definitely going to go up. So anyway, that was my biggest takeaways, was getting to see the pitching matchup. That was phenomenal. But other than that, wasn't a whole lot of offense. And then, yes, I agree with you 100%. Just being there live and seeing Marcus Semien hit that one, I was like, oh, my God. It was a no-doubter. By the way, if we could keep him out of Houston, that would be fantastic. So we either got to trade for him so he can keep hitting bombs with an Astros jersey on, or keep him out of Houston, man. I am sick and tired of seeing that dude beat us when it comes to, his at-bats and stuff like that. Fortunately for this one, we were able to go ahead in the 11th inning. We were able to scratch across 2 in the end of it to hit the walk-off. And anyway, it was great. The stadium itself, I mean, there was Ranger fans, there were Astros fans. It was rowdy. It was fun. And, I would have traded it for anything else, man. It was the only good game to watch. Let's put it that way, of the series.
On the broadcast, it sounded like it's going to sound dumb, but it sounded through the broadcast that it kind of felt like a playoff game inside the stadium.
Oh, it did. It felt like a playoff game. I mean, these are two teams that absolutely hate each other. So, that plus a packed stadium, and you've got tons of people driving down from DFW to come watch this. Yeah, I mean, it was it was playoff atmosphere for sure.
What you got, Chris?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch really or hardly any of the game.
What a loser.
I was watching Cosmic Baseball. That's pretty much what I was doing.
That is right.
All I know is that like I think Logan was on my phone, and then Mandy was like, "Hey, some guy named Seaman just hit a home run." I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" I'm like, "Okay, cool, whatever." So so that's pretty much
spit my water out.
I mean, so that's all I got for yesterday's game. I mean, but I mean, the whole series, it's just like, I mean, like I said, I wrote down some notes, and it's just like, here's my question: did Kennedy Corona play at all this series outside of maybe a pinch run? He didn't start any of these games, did he?
No starts.
No.
Pinch ran,
start.
and then same game. Pinch ran, and then played defense.
Okay, so he had no at bats.
That's correct.
So, and then
I take that back. They have him down for a walk.
Okay.
So that would have been extra innings.
All right. Well, then let's go ahead and I'll lead us into Friday night's game, which was the LMJ game. And I don't know what it is, but every damn time I put this guy in on my starting team for my fantasy team, he just completely goes to shit like real quick.
Maybe it's your fault then.
It might be because I put him in that one where he got blown up. He got blown up again Friday night. I mean, so my Kennedy Corona question is because I got stats for Cooper Hummel and Taylor Trammell for the last 7 games. And Hummel for the last 7 games is 1 for 19, 11 strikeouts with an 0.53 batting average. When I look at that line right there, and I know that basically he's going to get a little bit more at bats because he's a left-handed hitter. But I would much rather see, I feel like when I compare Cooper Hummel to Kennedy Corona, you probably have a little bit more of an upside of a ceiling with Corona, right? So,
yeah,
I don't want to say these are wasted at bats, but I'd rather give those bats to Kennedy Corona. And if Kennedy Corona goes 1 for 19 with 11 strikeouts, he has a total of what? I guess he has 4 plate appearances so far in his big league call up. He has 2 walks. I'll take that all day, every day.
Yeah. That's
Taylor
a great point
Trammell,
too.
Taylor Trammell. His last 7, 5 for 23, right? Granted, he's gonna, that incorporates that home run he hit and then the double, but he's only hitting 217. So again, I revert back to the Corona, discussion. Taylor Trammell, what is he, like 28, 29? I mean, so he's no longer an up and coming guy. I feel like, again, even though his bat average is way better than Cooper Hummel, those are at bats I'd rather be given towards one of the younger players to have him work on that development. So you had Cam Smith. Cam Smith has been red hot. We've been singing his praises. Again, I'm not saying Cam Smith is hot garbage, but he's had a rough last 7 games too. 4 for 28, 11 strikeouts. So
he's 0 for 10 recently.
Yeah, so you have those between those 3 guys, and I don't have the strikeout numbers on Trammell, but between those 3 guys, 2 of those guys have a combined 22 strikeouts. So that's not going to get the job done either. So I'm looking at Matthews as well. He's had a rough start. I'll give you that. He's 0 for 7, 5 strikeouts in his first 7 major league at bats. I mean, again, I understand the frustration. I understand the guys that are going to come right off the bat and say, "Oh, this guy sucks. All he does is strike out." I mean, but this is the first time he's seen major league pitching. I mean, I remember Bregman's debut. He was like what, 1 for like 38 his first like handful of at bats.
Yeah, it was like 0 for 37 before he got
and again, I'm not saying that Bryce Matthews is going to be the next Alex Bregman, but what I'm saying is that instead of giving all of these at bats to guys like Cooper Hummel, Taylor Trammell, I mean, again, you move Dubon into one of those spots, and you could put Bryce Matthews at shortstop. I'm 100% on board now. Once we start getting some more outfielders, your second baseman is Altuve. He is clearly, within these last 3 series that he's majority have played second base, has already proved the point of why he should be playing second base. One of the at bats, I did see that. I did get to see that last at bat that he had, going back to Bryce Matthews. and he smoked that ball. And I was like, oh shit, is he going to get this home run? And granted, it was a line out, but that ball was smoked. So I still feel like, I mean, you have these at bats. Let's give those at bats to guys that you can actually progress. Like I said, I feel like guys like Cooper Hummel, Taylor Trammell, they are what they are at this point, right? I mean, Cooper Hummel's not going to turn around and hit 320. He's not. Taylor Trammell's not going to turn around. Taylor Trammell has been DFA'd by 3 different teams already. So it sucks. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but like, again, we're giving these at bats to guys and you're taking them away from guys that you're trying to develop. I mean, again, not trying to say Kennedy Corona is going to be the next Ken Griffey Jr., but again, you don't know what you don't know. So, and then my favorite stat of every series I like to look at to gauge the series: runners in scoring position. The Ranger series, 2 for 15. So that's a 133 batting average. The good news is they raised their batting average of runners in scoring positions from the Cleveland series to the Ranger series from 100 to 133. So again,
hell yes.
I felt like this series, I mean, even though they did ruin 7-1 3-day, if you're one of those guys that were getting your Mike Jones bobbleheads at 6 o'clock in the morning, hey, more power to you. Mike Jones. So, I mean, it was just it was one of those things you're looking at it and you're just like, you have to grin your teeth and just be like, oh, can we just get through this, get through the All-Star break? Maybe we'll get some guys back. And I think it was late last night? I think it was late last night they announced that Jake Myers is going to be out for the next 3 weeks.
Minimum
of 3 weeks. And Dana Brown came out and said that the Mariners series, which is the series right after the All-Star break, would be a little bit too early to expect Jeremy Pena to be back. So
that is correct.
I think you need, in my opinion, I understand you want the left-handed, hitters, but I think you need to pivot on guys like Cooper Hummel, Taylor Trammell, give those at-bats, move Dubon to the outfield, give those at-bats to Bryce Matthews and Kennedy Corona and see what you got. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They go 1 for 19 with 11 strikeouts. Well, guess what? Send them down in AAA, right? Also kind of looking at stuff, you have guys, that they've come out and said, hey, we are not going to pursue these guys that have been DFA'd. DJ LeMahieu is one of them. Now, I don't know the stats on him, but again, you're looking at what you have compared to, what's out there, which again, a wise man once told me, the man's been DFA'd. He's probably not any good to pick up. So except for one guy that I think you should give him a chance if he ever gets DFA'd again. But,
is he a Bichio?
He could be. I'm not going to drop any names. That's not how I roll. But there's enough guys that have been DFA'd, looking at relievers, right? And of course my page just crashed. Fantastic. All right, so I had all the guys that have been DFA'd in the last 3 weeks or the last week and a half, because I think the DFA period is 7 days. Pretty sure it's 7 days.
Yes,
but there's enough handful of relievers that you shouldn't be trotting out there. Or I think we're done with him. He's shown you what he's got. I mean, send him back down to Sugarland. But that's my synopsis of this Ranger series. I mean, it would have been great to win today so that we could talk even more crap to the Ranger fans. But guess what, man? Y'all, Ranger fans, enjoy it. You beat a quadruple A roster, essentially, outside of the starting pitching.
That's right.
So,
well, look, let's go back to LeMahieu. So Baseball Reference has him hitting 266.
I'll take that.
338 on base percentage, 336 slugging, OPS 674.
Go pick him up right now.
So you were talking about the outfield. I was even
thinking about Travis Jankowski. He just got released
from he was with Tampa. Who was he with?
He was with the Rangers last year. He was with the Mets. I mean, another guy.
I thought he was with the Oakland Raiders. All right, bad joke.
That's Romanowski.
So
that's Romanowski.
Oh yeah. Hey, at this point, it doesn't matter.
So, what do you think about Cedric Mullins?
But yeah, go ahead with DJ LeMahieu.
No, I mean I was just giving you the stats. What do you think about Cedric Mullins? A move on Mullins.
I appreciate it. I mean, it depends on the cost. I mean,
okay, well,
he's going to be a rental. So I don't. I mean,
I hate rentals. You know that.
Well, he's going to be a rental. I mean, he's going to be a rental. Ryan O'Hearn's going to be a rental. I mean, so I mean, like I said, anybody that has multiple years on left on their deal, it's going to be expensive, right? Because years of team control is like gold. I mean, if it was me, it's depending on what Baltimore is looking for too. Like if Baltimore wants, it just depends. I mean,
they need pitching.
Always want pitching.
I mean, okay, so I would give them, I don't know, somebody in Double-A for him. Maybe not Ethan Pecco. I would make sure I wouldn't trade Ethan Pecco, but I would just give him a Double-A arm. Maybe Santos off the top of my head.
Sweet. Cruz, Martinez. I have no idea who those guys are.
Well, Alex Santos, I think we drafted him like 3-4 years ago. I think he was a first rounder too. We took him in the first round, I think in 2021 or 2022. And he's the first name to pop in my head because he was the guy that was pitching when we went to go see the Hooks. So
gotcha.
But I know that I think he's like 25 and he's still in Double-A. So I think that's an arm
that's not what you want.
You're willing to let fly and see how it goes over there in Baltimore.
Are there any other outfielders that you're looking at?
2020. There you go. Thanks, John.
Attaboy, John.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
John
what I'm talking about.
Look,
Way
man,
to bail me out.
Look, so that's my cousin. He goes to the Hooks games all the time. So if you want Hook info, that's the man. That's the man down there.
There we go. Well, good. Maybe I should hit him up, man, because hit him up for some of those promotions I give out.
Well, he's the dude. Look, he is the promotions guy. He goes there. He'll come up here. I mean, he's like you, Chris. Big promotions guy.
There you go. I'm all about
any other bats? Any other bats you're looking at besides what you got? What you got, Browse?
I am looking at Kevin Stowers from Miami. The dude's a good outfielder.
He just hit 3 bombs today.
Yeah, and he's got a cannon.
Well, I was saying that before he even hit the home runs today. I've been saying that for like the last week. I mean, this kid is he is
they got
a legitimate player. Actually,
they got him from Baltimore, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And they got him cheap too. So I'm thinking that is somebody that we could actually go pick up, put in our outfield, and it's not going to cost us an arm and a leg. Miami is going to want quantity over quality. So I think that we could very easily give up, just like you're saying, like a couple of pieces out of our Double-A system, maybe one out of Single-A or the rookie league, something like that, and package that up, bring him over here, and he would absolutely shine hitting it to both parts of the field because he's an equal opportunity home run hitter. He will hit it to the right and to the left. He is not dead pull like Isaac Paredes. He is a guy that will spray all over the entire field, and he's got power and he's got speed. I really like him. If there is some way they could go and pick him up, I would be very excited.
I mean, I will say this. I mean, he's having a really good year this year. I mean, if I'm Miami, and again, Miami normally doesn't do a lot, I would ask for a little bit more. I mean, but really, honestly, I think it boils down to you're going to have to make a decision where Altuve is going to play. So if Altuve is going to come back and play second base, which he absolutely should, absolutely, then you're looking for an outfield bat. Now, if you're planning on leaving Altuve in left field, again, you have to decide how long is the leash on Bryce Matthews. How many at bats are you going to give him to decide if he's worth keeping up or if you're going to send him back down to Sugarland. So that's what I was saying. If Bryce Matthews comes up on the flip side of the All-Star break and he starts mashing, then he kind of forces your hand to leave at second base. Altuve is going to stay, and then now you're just, you're kind of in a pickle because it's do we go get another outfield at bat? Do you go get it? How much of a caliber outfield bat do you get? Because you're expecting Jake Myers to come back. So that's kind of where you're taking it. You have to decide where you're going to put Altuve, because Altuve is kind of he opens up he's your choose your own adventure, in my opinion.
You leave him at second, man. You have to leave him at second. And you already said it earlier. It's his defense at second base. There's nobody on this team that is better playing second base than Jose Altuve. It has been proven. I don't care what analytics the nerds are looking at upstairs and saying that his defensive analytics or this. Yeah, okay, sorry. This is the one where the eye test actually comes in, and he is the best second baseman on this team. You put him there, you leave him there, and let him retire there. That's the way I feel about it.
Look, we say it all the time, man. Like Altuve at second, his numbers are incredibly better than Altuve in left. You know, and
No, I agree.
You got to put like Bryce can't have 4 freaking at bats, and then you say, okay, we've seen what we need to. He's not ready. He's going back down. Like you can't, you cannot until Pena. Like Chris, I think you touched on earlier. Until Pena gets back, like Altuve at second, Bryce at short, Mauricio can go play any position in the outfield, and then you have a Hummel and Trammell basically platoon left. Really, that's what should happen.
Well, I mean, you're not going to have Pena back for the Mariners series, and I would highly doubt you'll have him back for the Diamondback series. So, again, I mean, if it's me, I'm telling Bryce Matthews, you're my everyday guy at wherever. And then, you work Altuve into the outfield or second base, but you can also DH him as well. So, again, I mean, John, again, I like Jesus Bastidas. I mean, I think he's got a real clean glove. I think he was one of the guys last season that hit like 25 bombs for, Sugarland. I don't think his stats are up that, kind of equal to what they were last year, but a lot of guys down there aren't hitting what they hit last year down in AAA. I wouldn't mind seeing him up there. I think he's more of a defensive guy than he is offensively. I think that's kind of what he's shown this season. I mean, but you've got to free up a 40-man spot for him because he's not on your 40-man roster. But if you ask PK, you can just DFA or that'll clear a spot for him too.
I'm good. Bye.
So.
Look, we got and Hummel. Yeah, and Hummel. Look, we got a few more minutes, man. We're trying to lock down another guest. Just let everybody know, and it'll be Astros future, right? Minor league. It'll be a minor league episode. So, John, mark your calendar. I'll let you know. Everyone else listening. So, before we go, let's get into the home run derby. Bryles sent some favorite numbers to us earlier. We kind of took our picks. Y'all have the contestants in front of you?
No, but I already know who I'm going with.
I mean, I did too. Bryles, I got it. I got you.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to go. So you guys go ahead.
I'm going with James Wood.
Damn it! That's what I'm going with. Yeah,
I was taking
James Wood.
I'm taking with James Wood. Dude. That dude mashes.
Yeah,
For the Nationals, by the way.
Who was the guy that they had? Who was the odds-on favorite to win?
The big jumper.
Yeah.
Oh, Cal Raleigh.
So here are the contestants: Cal Raleigh, O'Neal Cruz, James Wood, Matt Olson, Byron Buxton, Junior Caminero, Brent Rooker, and Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, so if I'm Seattle, I would be telling Cal Raleigh, you're not going to participate in the home run derby. That's all you need to do is jack your swing up trying to hit home runs for basically BP. Same thing with Byron Buxton. That dude swings wrong, and
he's already hurt.
He's hurt for the rest of the season.
Yeah, don't get hurt.
So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, when I saw that list, the first name that I was like, man, because it was James Wood. So that's who my money's on is James Wood.
Yeah.
I have a different pick than you guys. I'm going O'Neal Cruz. And the reason I'm saying O'Neal Cruz is one, dude's got, light tower power. We've already seen that. But the second thing is he's young and he's strong. The dude's going to have the endurance. You got to think about on the home run derby, like who's actually going to be able to get up there, keep swinging round after round after round after round. Because my original pick, I was like, oh man, I remember seeing Matt Olson just absolutely ripping bombs. But he's probably going to have a first good round. And then after that, he's a little bit of an older player. So he's going to start to kind of like fade away at the end of it. I think O'Neal Cruz is going to be the one. And to put it to your guys' point too, James Wood, with him being so young, he's the youngest of the entire field, right?
Yeah. I think he's only like 20, 21, I think. Yeah.
And he's a monster.
Yeah. That dude's a beast.
How he is not the odds-on favorite, I don't know. But I'm saying O'Neal Cruz is probably going to take it. That's
it's because Cal Raleigh has like 38 bombs. That's why he's not the odds-on favorite. Okay, a couple more things. Astros there's a thing called the MLB draft. It happened tonight. Astros.
What's that?
Yeah, it's on TV. You can watch it. Astros, the 21st pick, took Xavier Nayans, third baseman, Mount Vernon High School, out of Washington. Is a left-handed slugger with some of the best raw power of any high school hitter in the class. There were some mixed results last summer in the showcase. The question marks, though, are the fact that he hasn't faced a whole lot of top-end talent, pitching talent. So there are questions about that. And then the MLB comp, Joey Gallo. Hopefully it's Joey Gallo with the Rangers and not Joey Gallo with the Yankees.
Batting a $120.
So the big thing that I read on this kid is that he's committed to Stanford. So
Oregon State.
Or yeah, one of them schools, Stanford, Oregon State. So the big thing is he going to go to Oregon State or is he going to play professional ball with the Astros? So I know a lot of people were upset that they didn't take that relief pitcher from Texas A&M. Whatever. I don't know.
I kept seeing Jace Laviolette from A&M.
Yeah, that's the kid from A&M.
The right fielder.
He's a right fielder? Oh, I thought he was a pitcher. Well.
No, either way, they didn't take him. But the Astros don't pick again until the third round. They have like the 95th pick. No comp picks, no player, no team balance, fair and balanced. The MLB draft it's insane. There's so many like comp picks and fair balance picks. Like it's not
hard
just,
to follow.
It's hard to follow.
Well, that's because they're trying to comp teams. Like you have certain players like I think Garrett Cole was one of them, where that you hit that upper echelon, you offer them the qualifying offer, they decline it. So essentially, it's like you lose a top tier player, you kind of get reimbursed for it with a comp pick after the. It's like a.
No, I mean I get that part.
Yeah, I mean it's like a made up pick between the first round and the second round.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, and you're right. It depends on the free agency that they sign with Team X, then you get, you're right. But there's just so many different of those fair and balanced comp, rounds in between actual rounds that it's like, wow. Okay.
Well, they shorted it because it used to be 35 rounds. I think now it's only 23.
Okay. Okay. I mean, it's better than 35.
So the good news is draft party at my house tomorrow night for rounds for the last 20 rounds.
The last 20 rounds. Yep, exactly. All right, man. I think that's it for this week. For this weekend wrap up. Look, Astros took it on the chin. They lost 5 out of the last 6 going into the break, but thank God we got that break, man. Now we got 4 days off with all those guys. Heal some of the injuries. Home Run Derby is on tomorrow. Astros, the All-Star Game's on Tuesday. Astros back in play on Thursday, I believe. Thursday against Oakland. We'll be back on Thursday.
No, Seattle.
Seattle on Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay. Seattle on Thursday. We'll be back for our normal episode at 7:30. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Have a good start to your week. I'm PK. That's Chris. That's Bryles. And this is the Juicebox Heroes.
Welcome.
I wonder how much money that kid is going to get offered